Hello, Carm3D on the tube. Let me start this off by showing this picture here that I took with my camera, and I brought it into ZBrush. One of the surprise features of ZBrush was I can easily make seamlessly repeating textures. So that's what this is. Take my word for it, it repeats seamlessly. So here it is brought into this scene here. I got it mapped on the ground, this soil texture, and it repeats nicely. The only problem is with any of these repeating texture tiles, the further away you get from it, the more you get of this repeating pattern thing going on. Oh, hey, look, a building. So I'm going to show you how we can minimize or possibly even remove that effect. So let's make a render of this and see what this looks like. I'm just going to look similar to this, but we'll show you a rendered version. Okay, here's the rendering. And let me get rid of that. Okay, as you can see, a whole lot of repeating going on. It's very obvious. Let us go into the surface editor here and take a look at the texture. We got a standard planar map on the Y direction, so it's just projecting down on that flat plane. So I'm going to add a layer. And let's make this something that'll stand out. And I'm going to turn down the frequencies down to 1, I guess. 0 will be fine. And yeah, that's good. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, here's the result of that. That's too big for what I want, so I'm going to go back in the surface editor. And I want this to be a little bit bigger than the image here. So let's say 0.35. And I also want this to be a little sharper. Let's try that. Okay. I'm going to go a touch smaller, but don't need to render that again. Two five. Let's just assume that'll work, and then we'll proceed from there. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'm going to turn this off temporarily. And I'm going to duplicate this layer. And I'll turn this one off temporarily, so I know I'm editing this new one. And basically I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. And now I will tell this turbulence layer that I added, could be turbulence, could be fractal noise, whatever. I'll tell this to be an alpha, and I'll put that above this layer. Turn everybody back on. Use texture. Now let's see what that looks like. Okay, here's the results. Much improved. Let's go back and forth and look at the before and afters. This is after, this is before. Definitely see a grid pattern going on there. And then we go back to the new version, and you can see there's clearly some repeatage going on, but it's broken up, fragmented, and put in different places, so it's a lot more pleasing to the eye than this was. So, and another thing you can do to shave a little time off of your rendering is, instead of using a procedural texture, you can go in your paint program and generate a seamlessly repeating texture that looks like fractal noise, black and white noise, and then you can use that as your alpha channel. So then you'll save a little time that way. Okay, that's it. I will see you next time.